Jean is in behind. Can he look to have the shot? Jean with the shot, and that is the opening goal.
Oh, yes!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of the Corners of Europe Challenge, and welcome back to Shakhtar, where in today's episode we have got two games coming up, two absolutely massive games against none other than Manchester City. 3 years in a row we have played them. Now it feels like, Man City versus Real Madrid, they're always playing against each other. Well, we are going to come up against them today in these two games. A place in the Champions League final is what awaits the winner. If we go and take a look, we obviously played them last year and the year before. Last year we played them in the quarter final. If it'll let us go and take a look, I've just gone and clicked on it, but it's not coming up. There we go, there it is. We played against them in the quarter final, 2-1-0 losses. Pretty unfortunate, I'm not going to lie. It was quite frustrating that we went out in the way that we did. I feel like we were actually the better team, I would argue, across a lot of the games, especially considering we had a load of players missing with injury and suspension. Not the case this time around. We also played them in the Club World Cup before that and got knocked out. That was after we went and beat them in the where was it? Round of 16 in the Champions League the year before that. That was the year we made the final. A 4-0 win at home we got, and then we went away, lost 2-0, but it didn't matter because we absolutely demolished them at home. And we've lost every other time, but that one game was so crucial, and we need something similar today. So we're going to take a look at our opposition first of all. You know where we start. We start in the league phase to take a look. Similar campaign to our opponents of last episode. Real Sociedad finished on 16. Man City finished on 17 points. They managed to just get in through the top 8. 5 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. 5 wins against teams like Napoli, Molde, Copenhagen, Juventus, and also a pretty good win against Real Sociedad. The difference in those two finishes there. But draws against Arsenal at home and Bayern Munich away, and then quite the hammering against RB Leipzig away from home. So it's clear to see against some big teams, they have clearly struggled a little bit, just managed to sneak in there in the top 8. If we go to the data hub and take a look, here's the team overall. A tiki-taka style under Luis Enrique. We can see the 3 at the back, the inverted wing backs, and then these players getting quite advanced, kind of setting up with a 3-2-4-1 kind of, quite typical style of play for these types of teams, and Man City even play that now, so it'll be quite fast play in terms of how we go up against them, in terms of how they want to progress that ball, but also retaining a lot of possession where they can. It says they tend to play with a slightly more cautious mentality at home compared to recent away matches. Now that is interesting, because if they're going to play cautious at home, especially for that first half, maybe for the second half more, but in the first half we'll ease into the game. We really want to retain a lot of the possession like we did against Real Sociedad, how we went on and played there. I think what an important thing could be is, in the second half, we really could get out of them if they're going to decide to be cautious. In terms of the scouting report, good off the ball movement, not something we really faced up against, but could be a deciding factor in this game. Good chances from set pieces, have done well against 4-2-3-1, so I guess that's two things that doesn't really affect us particularly, in terms of, we're really good in the air, and also the formation's not really too much to do with us. But a lot of the assists, short passes, that could be the key in this game, and also from the edge of the area some of the assists have come, so working that ball into the box could be the way to go. We beat them just about on physicality, but they also have quite a young squad. As you can see there, the analyst report, there's quite a lot of things in there, as you can see here, but they've struggled to work the ball down the left and down the central as well. It's been quite an issue, but lots of things they do really well. I thought what was quite interesting is they can be, I think they are quite good defensively, but I think there's potential for us to really go and break them down. I mean, you can see here opposition touches to goals, opposition's final thirds, maybe some edge of the area shots to catch out the keeper and break them down in that way could be the way to go. That is the opposition we are facing up against today. Everyone is here, rested, ready to go. We just miss out with Lynn. We'll get straight into this Champions League semi-final. The first leg, we travel to Manchester, and a place in the final is waiting for one of these two teams. It's Man City versus Shakhtar Donetsk. So the team for this game at the Etihad against Man City starts with McGonagall in goal, backline of Cambindo, Emerson, Ikac and Cortazar. Lozano and Palladino make up a midfield today. We've got Rodrigo and Jean on the wings, and Shevchenko and Zeldin Rust up top. As the two teams walk out here, what a set of games this is going to be. Can we finally go on and beat Man City one more time and get the edge over them and get into our second Champions League final with the bid of trying to win it this year? The two big threats for Man City, Bakayoko, you will be familiar with him, and also down this left side they've got a really good winger who we need to keep our eye on. I think in terms of the setup, I don't think we've changed too much. I think the scouting report was a little bit ambiguous. I think we just need to get a feel for the game ourselves and see how it goes. Playing really good football at the moment, and what can stop us? Not much. Is this going to be a red card? Surely is it going to be a red card? Please be a red card. I don't think it is. There's going to be a free kick here. Just need to ease in the game, see how it goes. Obviously, balance mentality. We know what we have to do. Let's see how it goes. Zeldin Rust with a free kick. He just puts it over there. Obviously, without Lynn today, so we don't really have that, that natural tackler in the middle. But we do have Lozano, who can step up and do a job in the midfield, and he could be a very crucial player in getting a result here today. Whether or not we come away with a win or a draw or a loss, we'll have to see. Definitely, as I say, I just want to ease into this game, but we could definitely, especially in the second half, go and really force that pressure onto them. I don't think we changed anything in the tactic really. Everything is pretty much the same. We do play shorter passing. That's what's changed. Shooting on sight, if we can, get a shot away from quite far out, hit early crosses as well. Get it in the mixer for one of those boys to kind of, just win a header, then leave a second ball. Definitely could be the way forward in trying to get goals here in this game. That's how we're going to set up initially here in this game. But I think we're just playing good football. We need to let ourselves do it and, ease into this game here. Lots of time to get a result. And I think this is how we set up. But Man City with an early chance here. Lozano manages to tackle it. Will we win it back though? All the way. Will the play go? The shot goes in, and McGonagall makes a good save there to deny the Man City player. It's a corner. They are very good at winning headers aerially, but it seems like all the teams we faced, they've always said that in their scouting report. None of them have ever been truly good at it, but we'll have to see whether or not they are. That header goes straight over the bar there. I don't know, the scouting report was quite ambiguous. I did say it will be quite a fast game. They do play this tiki-taka style, but I do still think it potentially will be. Their attackers, Boteu here, as you can see, very elite player, used to play for PSG, plays for Man City now. He is quite an experienced player, but also Bakayoko as well, very big threat who we really need to minimise. Probably should get some man marking on them, could be the way to go forward. Maybe Ikac or Emerson, probably Ikac we want on Bakayoko, and then down this left side probably some man marking as well, could be the way to go. We need to soak up this bit of pressure here. I literally changed a lot of things. I said the tempo lower, I also said the width to be a bit narrower, but I just thought let it go, and just see how it goes. Let's go and attack, create some chances for ourselves, and see how it goes. Cambindo finds Rodrigo, back to Cambindo, back post. Can he find Jean? Maybe it goes to Palladino. It goes back to Lozano, and Lozano can have a shot. He does have the shot. It's hit the inside of the post. Shevchenko, can he get there? He can't. It falls out to Palladino, out to Cortazar. Cortazar cuts in. Can he find a pass? He does find Lozano. Cortazar both combining down this right side. Jean needs to make himself an option. One key thing today, Jean has got a massive role in this game. He's in some great form, and also he is a big game player. He relishes these games. It's a factor I've never really looked at in players, but I think it could be a key thing. And with all these leaders that we brought in, Lucho's not here, but that was the thing we were potentially looking for, not directly, but it's definitely a factor in that type of player. They relish those big matches and know what to do in those situations. Jean is one of them. Zeldin Rust, we need a big game from him. He has been our best player arguably in the Champions Champions League this year. So instrumental in all that we do in this year. Man City have broken us down a little bit here. The first shot of the real chance in behind for Man City, but luckily it's dragged wide in the end. It's been a pretty, I'd argue, pretty balanced game. We've both had our fair share of chances, but I think we are being, put under quite a lot of pressure that maybe we haven't been put under in a lot of other games. Stuff that we need to potentially improve on. We'll remove those early crosses if that's what they want us to do. I think in this second half, I know what we need to do. I think we go and work that ball back into the box because it's clearly not working with the chances. Shooting from range, getting Lozano to go really advanced when we don't need him to. And I think we'll try that for now. We can obviously make those changes, but we've got a really rested team, something that Man City probably won't have as much as us, as you can see there. They've even brought off Bakayoko already very early on in the game, so that's their big striking threat gone at home. Put them under the pressure here at home because they do seem to be playing quite cautious, and they have done here, but they are on the attack here, trying to create something from this breakaway catch. Lovely tackle though to get that out, but it only goes as far as the winger here for Man City, but Ikac just wins that back. Now we're under a bit of pressure. It's a poor ball out in the end from Emerson. He is stepping into this team today, but really should be doing better from that position. Down this left side, it's a ball through and it's wide. It's gone wide. Just about gone wide. I thought it might have been offside, but no, it hasn't. It's not. Where has Bakayoko gone? He hasn't gone off, I don't think. Has he gone off? Yeah, he has gone off. Because one of their players didn't get injured. I'm not sure what that was. Lozano plays a ball in back post. Gina's there. It will fall to Shevchenko here, and he does win it. And can he put a ball in? Shevchenko finds Cortazar down the line. Can he find Shevchenko back again? Ikac into Lozano. Lozano into Emerson. Emerson, Cambindo. Cambindo, can he have a shot even? Cambindo all the way. He beats his man. Cambindo with the shot is forced to save from the Man City goalkeeper, and there's a chance here for one of those boys to win a header. Probably won't bring off Cortazar, Lozano. We don't want him to come off Ikac even, because that aerial threat that they have, we really need it. Ball in near post. Lozano doesn't win it. It falls to Cortazar. Cortazar to Ikac at the back post. How unlucky is that? Not able to convert there. We go positive here. We've got the momentum. We're making the chances, and we've got quite a lot of the ball as well, which is surprising. We can nick a goal in this game and even potentially come away with the result. I think we bring off, Gina's not in his best game really. Who we bring? I think we bring on Popov, for Rodrigo. Who else potentially we bring on? Shevchenko not in his best game, but neither is Zeldenrust. I don't think people have had bad games necessarily, but we've not been, clinical enough. We've not had those chances, and in a game where it feels like we've been, we could have had those chances where we've had a lot of the ball and we've had a few clear-cut chances, we probably should have been a little bit better. We'll go and make a final few changes here, probably go on attacking for the rest of this game and just try and nick something late on. Kuzmanik will bring on Shevchenko. And then I think we'll bring on Puchkov in the middle for Palladino. Go with that for the remaining few minutes here. Put on a bit of an attacking mentality and try and nick a late goal. Cambindo, Popov combining lovely ball to the middle, but it isn't in the end because we can't see. But Puchkov does well to win that back. Ikac has got space to run into ahead of him. He finds Rudenko out wide. Rudenko, where can he go? Maybe a ball over the top. That's what happens. Kuzmini, can he get there? No, he can't. And now Man City might try and look to hit the counter here. Lozano wins it back, but he doesn't in the end. It is lost from him, but Cambindo does win that back, and now Popov has got space to run into down this left side. Dmitry Popov, can he look to square it? He takes it to the byline, he squares it. Who's in there? No one's able to get a touch. Cambindo back to Popov. Kuzmini, can he have the shot? It falls back to Lozano. Puchkov, does anyone want to have a shot? It's Puchkov in the end is forced to save from the Man City goalkeeper. We finally got that shot in. You can see the difference, work that ball into the box and shoot it on side. I might just remove that entirely, to be honest, because all three of the things I think are suitable for our team. We've got a long range shot in us, we've got finishers in the box, and we've also got two players who can win headers and a back post player as well. I think it all works out really well, but the priority probably is to work it into the box, even though it's the one I'm least interested in, to be honest. But it works well for this team, so why not? Even if it's not the most attractive thing, out of all the things you can do in football, I'm sure it's not the worst thing really. Puchkov finds himself on the ball. Cortazar into Lozano. Can he find a ball over the top? It falls to Ikac. Nothing comes from that. It looks like it's going to be a 0-0 in this first leg. All to play for in the second. So the team for this game against Man City at the Donbass Arena. Is it going to be another special night for us, or are we going to crash out at the hands of Man City? Once again, McGonnell starting goal with a backline of Cambindo, Lozano, Ikac and Cortazar. Lyndon Palladino in the middle. We've got Rodrigo and Jean on the wings, and Shevchenko and Zeldin Rust up top. As the two teams walk out here in the Donbass Arena, this feels like possibly the biggest game. Well, if we make the final tomorrow, then that would be the biggest game, considering we could complete our time here in Shakhtar. But this game, a 0-0 draw. We've come away with a good result for us against a tough team that we faced away from home. We've not beat them in their own stadium. Obviously, we lost 2-0 last time, but this is a big game. We have to win this because, at home we lost to them last year, and there's no better chance to make this final. On the other side of the bracket, there's a Real Madrid team and a Bayern Munich team who we have both beaten quite comfortably, very, very comfortably. We've beat them, and I feel like this game is definitely a game we just have to go on and win, don't we? It's a ball over the top, early chance potentially for Zeldin Rust down this right side. Can he look to put a ball in? He finds Jean in a tight pocket there. He loses the ball, but he does win it back. Can he look to go and play something in? He doesn't in the end. So in terms of how we're setting up, literally nothing has changed. High tempo, similar passing, work the ball into the box, but we're starting positive. That will be a key thing. Just get those goals in nice and early instead of waiting, easing into this game in the first half. It's clear that if we have the ball, we have a lot of the ball against the team who are basically basing their whole tactic off possession. We really need to just go and get those goals nice and early and get this game done. A 90-minute game. Jean is in behind. Can he look to have the shot? Jean with the shot, and that is the opening goal of this tie. And could we be going on to another Champions League final? It's Jean, the big game player, who makes it 1-0 here, and what a goal it is from him. He relishes these big games. I want to put an emphasis on that because it is quite important. We need these players to step up. He scored in the Champions League final 2 years ago, I'm fairly certain, and he's also scored here in this game as well, and it's a big one at that. Man City do have a lot of the ball, but we are creating these chances, and that is a massive goal to start off this game here. 30 minutes in, we lead 1-0. In terms of the other game, if you want to know anything about that, it was a 0-0 draw at the Allianz Arena, so it goes to the Santiago Bernabeu for a result. Jean is in behind here, he squares it. Zeldin Rust, it's cleared in the end, but it falls into Lind. Palladino, can he do something with it now? Palladino over the top maybe, he finds Rodrigo, into Lind, into Cambindo, into Shevchenko. Oh, I thought it would have been 2-0, but he's just gone offside. He isn't able to keep his shot down in the end, but we are going to go into half time, 45 minutes away from making another Champions League final. We just have to hold out. Bayern Munich have gone 1-0 up at the Santiago Bernabeu. I mean, I thought Bayern Munich weren't that good of a team anymore. I don't even think they had a good league phase, but they're clearly being a decent team because they are leading their game, but we can't focus on that. We just need to win our game. Rodrigo, can he find a ball in behind? He takes his man, sends him the wrong way. Can he square it? Where will he go? He goes to the edge of the area. Cambindo, he lines up a shot. Will he have the shot? He does. It's 2-0. Cambindo with the effort, and that is 2-0 here in the Donbass Arena in this semi-final. And now it's a case of just holding on and making that final. Once again, we are going to make it if we just hold on. It feels like it's getting closer. We're finally going to do it, but now we just need to hold out and go into that final. Palladino to make it 3-0. He's forced to save from the Man City goalkeeper. Absolute destiny this is for us. Incredible performance here at the start of this second leg, but the job's not done in the Donbass Arena. But maybe it can be completed here. It's a ball in the near post, but no one's able to get there, and Bayern Munich are leading their game. Potentially tomorrow we are into another Champions League final. Is there time to wrap up this game? Zeldin Rust finds Rodrigo with a cheeky ball. Can he look to square it? Rodrigo, the player goes in there, but he doesn't go down. He's still on the ball. Can he look to get a ball in? He does. Back post. Lozano is there. He isn't able to convert it. Now Man City might try and hit us on the break here. Down this right side, the player finds himself. He's going to try and potentially look down the line, but Ikac, he's been so good with his tackling and winning that ball back, and he does it once again. He covers his ground. He covers for Lozano, and that is what this team is all about. We just need to work together and get over the line, get that result. What a performance it's been here. We have done exactly everything we needed to. We minimised Man City in their stadium, and we lead 2-0 here in this semi-final. And we are now 26 minutes away from making another Champions League final, where we would go to the Camp Nou. If that was the case, Jean has gone flying in there, and that is problematic now because we are 2-0 up, but he's been sent off and he is going to be suspended for the Champions League final. Now that is a big problem for us. That is a very big problem if we get to the Champions League final. That is, Shevchenko out wide will leave Zeldin Rust up top, and I think we just stick with that for now. It's not a bad structure to go and take. 25 minutes away. Can we hold out after that red card? I'm gutted for Jean. He's going to miss the final if we do make it. So disappointing for him. He's our big game player. We've been putting an emphasis on it, and now we might not even be there. Might not even be there if we don't hold on with these 10 men that are on the pitch. 15 minutes remaining. Can we hold out for the result here? That might have just completely changed the game for us. Here there's a free kick for Man City. Please go over. It does go over, and now 15 minutes between us and another Champions League final. That is very bad. That Jean is going to be missing if we do make it. What are we going to do in that situation? We'll have to consider Popov on. We go and bring Shevchenko off for Rudenko, and then I think we bring Lindoff, I should say, for Puchkov, just to secure that back line. Popov on a straight swap, and then Puchkov. 5 minutes away though. Are we about to make another Champions League final? We won't have Jean for it. It's going to be Bayern Munich if we do make it. Oh no, Real Madrid have scored. Of course they have, but it doesn't matter. We are back into the Champions League final tomorrow. We have done it. We have beaten Man City once again, and tomorrow we're going to Barcelona to play in the Champions League final. So there you have it. We have done it. We have made it back into the Champions League final 2 years later. When we lost that Champions League final, what did I say? I said 2 years time. Give me 2 years. Have that patience, and we will be back into that final with the hopes of winning it. 1 game away from completing our job here in Shakhtar Donetsk, and it will be against Bayern Munich, who we go and do it against. Bayern Munich, the team who we beat, the first ever big win we had in the Champions League, however many years ago it was now. It was back in we played them 2036 as well, but we also beat them 2037. 2 wins there. We are unbeaten against Bayern Munich, and we need something similar when we go and play against them tomorrow at the Camp Nou in the Champions League final. So once again, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave you with this little tune, and I'll see you again tomorrow for the Champions League final. Thank you, bye bye.